Hello students, welcome to my channel. Today I will discuss about mitosis in detail. If you haven't watched my previous video which was on introduction to cell division, then I will share the link in the description box. You can go and watch the video. So let's start the lesson. Now I have already told about mitosis in my previous video. This is the division which leads to the development and growth of an organism. This type of cell division has 4 stages: Prophase, Metaphase, Anaphase and Telophase. And I will discuss each one of them in detail. These 4 stages are more or less similar in both the plant and animal cell. However, there are 2 to 3 major differences that are present in animal cell and plant cell. This picture in the left is of animal cell. This is the mitosis that is taking place in animal cell. And this is the picture where mitosis is taking place in plant cell. Okay. Now, I will discuss the differences between the two later on in this video. Now, let's start with the first phase, that is the prophase. Here, pro means first. As prophase is the first phase of mitosis, that's why the name is given prophase, because the word pro means first. Here what happens, the chromosomes become distinct. See, we can count the chromosome. This is number 1, 2, 3, 4. So here are all total 4 chromosomes. So chromosomes become distinct and chromosomes are already duplicated. They have formed chromatids. Chromosomes have duplicated. This is the one portion which has been duplicated. So chromatids are present. This is known as chromatid. The whole is known as chromosome and this particular structure is known as chromatid. And these two structures altogether we will call as sister chromatids. They are present side by side. That's why they are known as sister chromatids. And these sister chromatids are attached to a small region that is known as centromere. This region is known as centromere. Okay. Now, in my previous video on the cell organelles, I have told you that centrosome is a cell organelle that is present inside the cell. That centrosome splits to form centrioles. 2 centrioles are formed by the splitting up of centrosome. And these centrioles are surrounded by some radiating rays. See, these are the radiating rays. These rays are known as aster. Okay, these aster rays surrounds the centrioles. Clear? And in prophase, what we see? Spindle fibers are present between the centrioles. These are the spindle fibers that are present between centrioles. Moreover, the nuclear membrane and nucleolus, they disappear. See, this dashed line actually means that the nuclear membrane and nucleolus has disappeared. And chromosomes here start moving towards the equator of the cell. What is equator? If we consider this as the globe, then the middle portion or the middle line is the equator. So here the chromosome starts move towards the equator of the cell. This is all the events. These all are the events that occurred in case of prophase. Clear? Next phase is metaphase. Meta means after. As it comes after prophase, that's why it is known as metaphase. Here what happens? Each chromosome gets attached to the spindle fibers by its centromere. See, each of the chromosome, it gets attached to this is the spindle fiber and these are the chromosomes. Each one of them gets attached to the spindle fiber with the help of centromere. Suppose this is a cell. These are the spindle fibers I am drawing. Here the chromosomes get attached to the spindle fibers with the help of their centromere. Okay. And chromosomes here are arranged on the equatorial plane. That means here chromosomes are lined up in one plane at the equator. This is the equator. If you consider this as a globe, then this is the equator. Here all the chromosomes are arranged on equatorial plane. They all are lined up in one plane at the equator. This is the main characteristic of metaphase. Question often comes from this portion. That is, what is the main characteristics or what is the main event that we find in metaphase? And the answer will be all the chromosomes are arranged in equatorial plane. Clear? Next is anaphase. The word ana means up or back. That means after metaphase, the phase that comes is anaphase. Here what happens? Here the centromere gets attached. Here the centromeres divides and the sister chromatids also divides as a result. See, these are the sister chromatids get attached to centromere. When centromere gets attached, that means what will happen? The sister chromatids will also get attached. The structure will become like this. Here also same thing happens. See, the sister chromatids get attached. As centromere gets attached, the sister chromatids also get attached. And these two sister chromatids are drawn apart towards the opposite pole. If we consider this as the north pole and this as the south pole of the animal cell, then one portion of the sister chromatids are drawn towards north and another portion is drawn towards south. So they are drawn apart towards opposite poles. And another thing that you can see is a furrow. A cleavage furrow is forming from both the sides. Okay. At the middle of the animal cell, a cleavage furrow starts forming. Okay. Next phase is telophase. Telo means end. As this phase is the last phase of mitosis, that's why it is known as telophase. Okay. Here what happens, see, the two sets of daughter chromosome reach the opposite poles. Already reached to the opposite poles. Spindle fibers have disappeared. Nuclear membrane starts forming. See the dashed line again, it has started forming. Nucleolus also forms in this phase. Chromatids fibers again becomes thin in the form of chromatin fibers, and here the cleavage furrow deepens more and more. And here this deepening of the cleavage furrow is known as contractile ring. Here a ring is formed. That means the cleavage furrow is contracting. It is deepening more and more, thus forming a contractile ring. This is the main characteristic of telophase. After this phase, what happens? Cytokinesis happens. Cytokinesis is the division of cytoplasm. That means the cleavage furrow deepens more and two cells are formed. See, this is one cell and this is another cell. So, after these four stages, cytokinesis, that means cytoplasm divides, which results to the formation of two daughter cells. Right? We all know that mitosis results to the formation of two daughter cells. So, in this way, two daughter cells are formed. Clear? And what is karyokinesis? Karyo means nucleus. So, all the changes that occurs in nucleus of the cell during this cell division, that means the mitosis, all those nuclear changes collectively we will call it as karyokinesis. Clear? Now, as I have told you earlier that most of the portion of the mitosis is same in animal cell and plant cell, but there are 2 to 3 differences. What are the differences? If you look at the picture, see, this is the animal cell and this is the plant cell. First one is, see, here what happens, asters are not present in case of plant cells. See, asters are present in case of animal cell, but in plant cells, asters are not present. Moreover, in case of animal cell, cytokinesis, that means the division of cytoplasm occurs by the formation of furrow. A cleavage furrow forms, right? A cleavage furrow forms. In this way, cytoplasm gets divided. But in case of plant cell, a cell plate is formed. Here also cytoplasm gets divides. But here what happens? A cell plate is formed. So here the cytoplasm divides by cell plate formation. Here cleavage furrow is not formed. Okay, clear? Next is, in case of animal cell, what happens? The mitosis occurs in most of the tissues throughout the body as it helps in growth and development. And in plant cells, mitosis occurs mostly in case of growing tips for lengthening. Okay, in case of growing tips in plants, the portions where growth happens, that means in the growing tips, it occurs. But in case of animals, mitosis occurs in most of the tissues throughout the body. These are the three differences. Main differences are actually two in number. One is asters are formed in case of animal cells, but in case of plant cells we don't find asters. And cytokinesis occurs by the formation of cleavage furrow in case of plants, but in case of animals, cell plate is formed. Okay, cell plate formation occurs, and as a result, cytokinesis, that means cytoplasm gets divided. Okay, I think it is clear to you all, and so this is for this lesson. I hope I have made myself clear. I will upload a new video very soon. Till then, stay tuned to my channel, and if you think my videos are informative and they are helpful, then please like and share, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching the video.